Hey, my truth tellers, how are you guys doing? Welcome to my live, unapologetic and non-biased. I was about to say real talk with your girl, Lady D, but I forgot. I went ahead and changed my name. Okay, so guys, look, I was over there at my girl misbehaving, so I apologize for rescheduling it, but I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and get through it because to me, 5 o'clock. I used to come on at 5 o'clock, but I had stopped. So I see Vanessa Marcia. She says, "Hello, everyone." Kill says Mortel is addicted to Ariane because of willingness, and Lady Rose. So guys, like I said, in here is grown folks, unapologetic and non-biased. So I decided to go ahead and change it up. I want to go ahead and talk about this book. I don't know if you guys have this book by Shahrazad Ali called The Black Man Guide to Understanding the Black Woman, which she also has the Black Woman Guide to Understand the Black Man. But I decided to go ahead and stick with this right here. So if you're just coming on, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Hey, pretty big woman Q says, hello, Lady D. Glad to see you again, sweetie, and the chat. Thank you guys. Lady Rose in the house also. She says, good evening, everyone. So, guys, look, I'm going to go ahead and do story time. I'm going to be way here in the back because I done showered, cleaned my face and everything else. And I'm going to stay right there in the back. I see Eddie. Eddie, I might be pronouncing your name wrong. Addie says hello. Okay. So, again, guys, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go into chapter 16 of Shahrazad Ali, The Black Man Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. And for some reason, I ordered another stand for my mic. So I'm holding my mic in my hand, but I ordered the wrong one. This does not fit. Okay. It looked like it was a false advertisement because the way that, the mic, I thought it was going to be able to fix. So, just go ahead and bear with me. So again, guys, if you haven't hit that like button, go ahead and hit that like button, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. Because this right here, I felt led to go ahead and talk about it, and I also been getting so many comments I mean, so many comments where people sit there and say, "Oh, you need to just shut up. Oh, you are for Ariana." No, I'm for righteousness. Okay, I stand on righteousness. I don't pick a side. Okay, like I said, when it comes to Ariana and Martell, I can take a piece of all of it. I've been through it. So if I've been through it already, and been through it, who can tell it better than the ones that's been through it? Hey, country girl, I see she came over. We all was over there at my girl misbehaving. Okay, country girl says, "Good evening, unapologetic real talk and truth tellers." Tika Warren says, "Hello, Lady D." So, guys, I think we have a good topic right here. And also, I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it was something else I wanted to go ahead and address, which I might make. I'm gonna make another video. I'm gonna make another video because I want to talk about some of these comments. I mean, I had got some horrible comments. Oh my God. I mean, so some horrible comments. And I want to go ahead and talk about it because I talk about this all the time, how we call good evil and evil good. A lot of stuff that we have taken on, is because it was forced upon us. Some of this stuff, like I say, may not have been a part of our culture, okay? And especially when it comes to these modern days, these people today, how they taking on all types of, spirits and all types of different cultures. They don't know if the one day they're a dog, the next day they don't know if they're a cat. But when you sitting there, you talking about certain other topics, especially when it deals with our people, then it's like it's shunned upon. Okay, so we're gonna talk about all that. Okay, I see my girl's in the house. Yes, haven't seen her in a long time. Dark and lovely. She says hello, beauty, unapologetic, real talk and chat. Can's big sister. She also says good evening. So guys, welcome, welcome, welcome to real. Well, not real talk, unapologetic and nine buys. Okay. So this right here, I'm thinking about making another video. I'm gonna make another thumbnail for this one right here. So we're gonna go ahead and focus right here of what I am talking about. I don't know if you guys have gotten this book, Shahrazad Ali. I mean, this was like 30 years ago, but it's still powerful today. But I also like what the back says, when it says right here, the book is for every black man in America. And also, it says in the back of the book right here, it says that why to give the black woman one last chance before dating white women. And we already see when it comes to our black men, how they always, look like they run, to someone out of their race. And right here it says why to give the black one last chance. So, give the black woman, one last chance. And also it says how our mother affect our relationships. Our mother, yes, our parents plays a major part, especially the mother, because the mother is the teacher, because most of the time, if it's in a two parent home, the man is outside, he's working, and about time when he come home, everybody, they ready to go to bed or something like that, but sometimes, when the mother is in the home, that is the teacher, that's the person that's nurturing, and the child picks up a lot of, things when it comes to the mother. They sponges off of that. And also, and I'm reading the back of it where it says how her low self-esteem manifests. So a lot of, when it comes to our children, we may think that our children, they don't see the things that we do, but kids, they sponges off of a lot of stuff that they see their mother do. And also it says why she hate her own hair. And you see right now, we see a lot of our people, they wants to, put lace fronts, which, like I said, I've been a cosmetologist for 40 years, but we want to look like the Europeans, and we wondering why, our black man don't even want us. So why would our black man even want us when we wants to sit there and look like somebody else? He might as well say, I might as well to go over there and get the real deal. They want to bleach their skin. They want to blonde hair and blue eyes, and they wants to look fake, so a lot of that stuff right there, it plays a lot in it. And also it says why she dresses like she does. You saw how, some of, the women, how they dress, but, also it says why black women are rejected by black men, why her revealed value is, why she hides her true feelings, why she's so jealous and distrustful, what pregnancy really means to her, why she lies so much, and what makes her different from other women. So I was just reading just a little bit of the back. So let me go ahead and read some more of the comments. Hey, Tea Time Thursday. She says, "Hey, unapologetic real talk." So, guys, look, let me go ahead and read the copyright disclaimer, and we're gonna go ahead and get into my story time. So the copyright disclaimer is under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So again, guys, make sure you go ahead and hit like, comment, and share these videos for more unapologetic content. And the reason why I went ahead and I picked, Martell and Melody and Ariane because, a lot of stuff we can pick apart, because they have put their life on display and we can relate to a lot of stuff. That's why we see, a lot of people that, are trauma bonding, but it's not like, I am, riding and I'm windmilling, it may look like it to you when it comes to Ariane. No, like I said, I stand on my truth and my truth is my truth. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and read chapter 16. We're going to go directly into chapter 16. It's called The Other Woman. Okay. So let me go ahead and put the title. And I'm reading one of Shahrazad Ali, The Black Man Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. Okay. And I went and got my book off of Amazon. And if you want to go ahead and email her directly, you can go ahead and do it directly. So, but I went ahead and got mine off of Amazon. So let me go ahead and read chapter 16 because, like I said, this right here is a lot. So we're going to go ahead and talk about the other woman. But before I talk about the other woman, guys, I want to go ahead and play this little small clip right here.
See, that's what I'm saying. We have to get into definition. Who told us that was cheating? But that's the reality.
Cheat on me or walk out
well,
on me.
see, that's what I'm saying. We have to get into definition. Who told us that was cheating? Where did that idea come from that that's cheating? And I'm not saying that a lot of men are not just running around. I'm not talking about that. But if a woman finds out that her man has been with a woman while she's been with him for 3 or 4 or 5 years, that's a serious commitment and relationship. And if it hasn't taken anything from me, if I'm not going short of anything, and if this is what he thinks his responsibility is, then what kind of hell are you going to go through to prevent that? Since we cannot stop him, we have not been successful. The white woman has not been successful in stopping the white man from having another woman. They call them a mistress. We pick up a lot of that terminology. But a man who has 2 women, that's not necessarily a mistress. That's just his other woman. Now we got 2 choices. We can be the woman or the other woman. We don't have but those 2. Now I know we don't like that. I don't like that. But that's the reality.
Now you heard what she said. You either can be the woman or you can be the other woman. So I see my girl misbehaving. I didn't want to stop you live, and interrupt, So I say, let me go ahead and ease on in. So I see my girl misbehaving. I went ahead and dropped the link in case she want to come on because misbehaving. I think she went ahead and purchased the book as well. And also I'm gonna go ahead and give you a call once I finish my live. Misbehaving. Misbehaving is fun. So guys, make sure you go ahead and check her out. Okay. So I'm going I see Penny. Penny is also in the house. Penny Kim. Penny Kim says, "Hey, Lady D in chat." So I went ahead. Also, I see Gwen Davis. Gwen Davis is in the house. Misbehaving. Yes. So let me go ahead and let my girl up. Misbehaving. Hey, love. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you? And thank you. And I didn't even expect to be on that line, but I'm glad you're talking about the Honorable Shahrazad Ali. I got my book. I got my book.
Well, we're gonna go into chapter 16, okay?
Look. Let me open it up. Chapter 16. Look, chapter 11. Let me come on back here. These are some small little chapters. Okay, I'm on 17. Let me go back to 16.
Yeah,
Okay.
we gonna go to 16. See, sometimes we forget, we forget what's really us, because we adapt a lot of things that they had forced upon us, right?
Yep, that's true. That's true. We've
That's
assimilated.
That's it. So you just charm in and you just help me to read some of this right here because you got your book. So are you on chapter 16 right here? We're going to
Yes,
talk
I
about the
am.
other woman. So
Yes,
right
I
here it says the black man handles of more than one woman is a bad state of condition. And anytime when you feel like you want to go ahead and stop me, go ahead and stop me. If you want to help me to read some, you can as well. Okay. And it also says that the tenderest part of a black woman life is the part that involves her relationship with her man. Even though she is not doing what he want her to do, the fact that she is with him and claim to love him makes her territorial. So why you think, when a woman is with a man, it makes her territorial. Why we feel like, we want to be selfish, but like I said, it's our man, right?
Yeah, of course. Because if that's man, that's my man. My man. Ain't that what the young girl say? My man, my man, my man. He mine.
That's it. That's it. That's it. But like she said, they say, are you being greedy? Are you being selfish? So let's
That,
go and well, go ahead. I'm
that-
not gonna
look,
stop
I,
you.
look, I'm being greedy. It ain't got nothing to do with selfish. See, we can look. We gonna turn a negative into a positive. Most folks would say that's being selfish, but honey, I'm gonna say I'm being greedy. Because if that man treat me good, he good to me, and I'm feeling good, baby. I want it all. I want it all.
So
Mhm.
what if he can take care of you and another woman, and nothing is like in your house, and you find out, that he also, just like with Martell and Melody and Ariane, he's have an outside of, woman. And how
Mhm.
do you feel about that once you found out that he have a outside, affair with another woman, but yet nothing was missing in your house?
But see, I don't like that. But let's understand a few things. If he's still trying to be with her and she came after the fact, I didn't know anything about it.
Hmm.
And my home is not lacking. He can be with her, but he can't come and get none of this good Thundercat because he can't get none of this good Thundercat. See, it's a difference, Lady D. Now I'm gonna be honest. I'm a joker,
Go
but
ahead, be honest. Be honest.
I'm gonna be honest. If it's explained at the start of the
Yes,
relationship,
that's how I
the
look at it.
beginning, it's all about communication.
Hmm.
If you know that, let me know, communicate with me and give me the opportunity to where I'm either going to agree with it or I don't want to have no parts of it. So that
Hmm.
way, whatever we thought we were building together, it won't be disrupted. Now, if you know you got a wandering eye and you want to be with another woman, but baby, because I'm at a stage now, and hell, I probably would have been like that younger if the man could take care of my home and all my bills, my needs and wants, and I got my own place and I ain't gotta see it. If I don't know about it, ain't gotta hear, it ain't a problem. The problem comes when it's disrespect because I'm supposed to be number one. Now,
Absolutely, absolutely.
you understand what I'm saying? I gotta be number one. And see, misbehaving when she in a relationship, baby, I like to get freaky dicky. I like to get freaky dicky. And I can't be getting freaky dicky if I don't know that that dicky dicky been in some other plicky plickies. No, no. But we have to, it's about communication. Now I'm gonna be serious right now for a moment.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
it's about communication. Um, the man has to communicate with both women,
Hmm.
you know what, and before he even get to that point of having another woman, what is it that I did or what is it that you're missing that you feel like you need to go bring in another woman? Because chances are the woman is unhappy, because I know when I'm unhappy, I don't want to give my all because I
Hmm.
feel unappreciated. But yeah,
Absolutely. So
go
let's go
ahead.
ahead and get a little bit more and see what she's saying, and then we can go ahead and dissect it because I do understand. And like I said, it's not for me, but you look at what you see today, any and
Mm-hmm.
everything goes. So, you know, we hear now people saying love is love, where they can go and marry anything that they want. But when it comes to polygamous, that's when they have a problem. So let's go ahead and read a little more. And then I'm going to just read this paragraph right here, and you can go ahead and chime in. Okay. And it also says she may go literally berserk. And that's misbehaving right there. Okay. If her
And I
man
show.
wander,
Mm-hmm.
if her man wander for a one night stand or develop a full blown relationship with another woman, the black woman does not understand her role in life with the black man. She can be the woman or she can be the other woman to a black man. And see, we don't like that because I remember when she was on Phil Donahue, when she was talking about this 30 years ago, you got two choices. You can be the woman or you can go ahead and be the other woman. You see, so both have their own, and I don't even know how to pronounce this word. You might know how to pronounce it. I see how you pronounce that
I got
word.
it for you, sister. I got it for you, sister. Idiosyncrasies of pro and con.
Okay. It
Yeah.
depends upon the black woman perspective as to which position she will occupy. She does not know that whatever position she take does not eliminate one position from the black man's life. She cannot bear even the thought of this. So the woman cannot bear the thought of it because, when she took her vows, she thinking that, this is just her husband. So let me go ahead and read this right here. And after that, you can go
Mhm.
ahead and charm in. And it says, while she does not obey the rules governing her duty as a wife, she expects her man to obey all the rules of her marriage vows or of what it is, the monogamous commitment.
Oh,
She refuses
mhm.
to accept the truth about what apparently is this nature. There is no history. Now, this is the part that I want you to guys to listen to, and then you got misbehaving and go ahead and charm in. There is no history of the black man settling down with one woman and never desired to have another one. Did you hear? There's no
Mhm.
history of the black man settling down with one woman and never desiring to have another one. Before slavery, during slavery, or after slavery, the black man has never been recorded to have just one woman. Come on, charm in. What you thought about the black man
Mm.
has never been recorded to have one woman.
Mm. Well, hell, all the stuff that we didn't seen over here in America, the black man always had one woman. I
How
mean, there ain't.
how you well, they might just be good cheaters, like Melody said, is a certain thing as respectful cheating.
Well, if they're good cheaters, then that's good. As long as I don't know about it, I don't
Hmm.
need to know about what he is doing, cause he
Hmm.
sure ain't gonna like it if I go sleep with somebody else.
No, well, no,
Yeah, I mean, because they can't have it both ways. If they want their milk and cookies, and they want to have two women, so what he gonna be? Is he gonna be the man or the other man? Because we can apply the same rules to him as well. Now, most women respect their body, so they don't want to sleep with multiple men. They want to save their body for that one man. But it all goes back to communication. You need to communicate. Now, that part where they say there's no recorded history, even during slavery, of the man settling down with just one woman, of course not, because they was treating us like animals. They was taking that black man from plantation to plantation to violate women and young girls' body just to procreate and have more children that they can sell off. Uh, I mean, look, look.
but let me go ahead and stop you right here. But first,
Yes,
thank you,
now.
thank you, for the cash app, my girl. Thank you for the cash app. But look what Gail France says. She said it is in the Bible. Most men have more than one wife, and you see the way that we think is because how we think, because this is what we was taught. But we also have to realize, how our ancestors they had more than one wives and they were getting along. They didn't have like one woman to 10 men. They had
Right.
maybe one husband to 10 women, and it's not just because of something sexual. It was because of the finance. And if we read farther into the this book, you're going to see that, the reason why, especially with this European mindset, when it comes to marriage is more of a money racket, because they don't really think that a marriage is going to last no longer than 2 years. And before you know it, the judges and the attorneys, and, they are the ones that's, going to get rich. But, just like Gail has said, back in the Bible, even in the beginning with Noah, his family was the first that had polygamous. And you remember Noah in the ark. But, even if you want to go way back to our ancestors in Africa, they always had more than one wife, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And like she said
Okay.
right here, the black man has never been recorded to have just one woman. So right there is showing you that, it never did work, because we have taken the European, took,
Way of lifestyle.
their way of living. Yes.
Okay. I get it.
Hmm.
I definitely get it.
And it was not just
Mm-hmm.
because of something about sex. These days they thinking that, oh, I got stuff, have more than one woman, and it's a certain way that that woman have to look. No, they would take women that have children, they can be fat, they can be skinny, because it was
Mm-hmm.
not about sex at that time. And when you are in a polygamous relationship, it's not about sex. It was because, maybe, that a woman, she got children, and she fell on her luck, or her husband had passed, and you know in order to keep them from out the streets, well, that man would take her in. So
Mm-hmm.
so let me read a little bit more, and then after that you can go ahead and read the next the next chapter here. Not the next
Okay.
chapter, the next one. So right here it says, the black woman does not know that just because her man does not have another woman does not mean that he does not want one. He just has not figured out how to do it and keep the peace. He knows for an actual fact that if the woman finds out or even suspect that he is interested in adding another woman to his life, she would not give him another moment or peace until he has convinced her beyond all doubt that he has either changed his mind or wasn't serious about it in the first place. She will keep him up all night if need be until he get it straight. So right there, this woman, she want her man, she don't want to share a man with anyone. So if she find out, she's going to keep him all night if she suspect. Since the black woman has reduced her own worth to her genitals, she also equate the black man values with his. She has an idea that sexual intercourse has some kind of divine worth to the black man as it has to her. So she thinking, it's because of her sex. So that's the way that we think, oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's because, my sex, I don't want to share it with nobody else. So let me go ahead and read this. And then after that, you can go ahead and elaborate with it. And also it says right here, I don't know where I'm at. Black woman has reduced her own worth to her genitals. She also equate the black man value with his. She has an ideal that sexual intercourse has some kind of divine worth to the black man as it has to her, and that he should only reserve for one woman, herself. The black man seemingly is under no such interpretation, and it's amazing that she reacts to violently to him having another woman. He knows she is jealous. She becomes furious beyond belief and may have to be restrained physically from harming herself or harming him or herself. Her
Mm.
first charge is that you lied to me, which is followed by, why didn't you tell me? As if he's telling her would make any difference in her reaction. Number one, he knows he has to lie because he knows she can't handle much truth about the reality of his life, much less than the fact that he desired another woman but still wants her. She calls it two timing. She would demand all sorts of expectation, none of which appease her distraught emotion state. Sometimes she demands the black man to tell her every sordid details of the relationship and to describe the woman and how he met her. So right there is letting you know that, once she find out, she wants to know every details. But once she find all the details, and if he come out and tell the truth, he damn if he do and he damn if he don't. So you can go ahead and elaborate on that.
Nah, I can't relate to that because I didn't want to know nothing about the other woman.
Mhm. Well, me either, because
Whew.
like I said,
Ah,
because we have adapted the ways of the
the white
Europeans,
man.
yeah, of the
Yes.
white man. But is that
Uh-huh.
was a part of our culture?
And you know what? Did you see the young fella in your chat, Humble Lion? And
No,
what he had put up in there, he said, the white man, he said something about the white man with one woman and one man. It was because, there you go. What he said, one of
wait,
the
let me see.
reasons the white man want one man to one woman is because he didn't want to be outpopulated. Humble Lion. And so that makes sense right there. And
One of the reasons the white man want one woman to one woman is because he didn't want to be outpopular or populated. Well, really, we adapted to their ways, and I think, I don't know. Go ahead. What you're
yeah,
saying
sure.
about that one?
Yeah, that makes sense. Just like they put those Planned Parenthoods in the neighborhood, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, we have assimilated. So if we're only repeating what we've learned, what we've been indoctrinated with, what
Mm-hmm.
we've seen to be what is a marriage or a relationship between a man and woman. Um, I'm older now. I have always appreciated honesty, but I know, I even know my ex-husband. Hell, every man I've been with, they still love me and want to be with me. But I
Mm-hmm.
gotta move on. It's just something I gotta move on. I can't stay there once I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I think if there was communication of what the expectations were, I can provide this, make sure you're in a home, you're taken care of, this, that, and the other. But I may have another woman. Just allow me to make that decision that yes, I would want to do it. But my thing is this: if I agree to do it, don't think you coming to hop up on top of me every day. Don't you
Mm-hmm.
got another woman for that? So
Mm-hmm.
is that what they doing over in Africa? You know how some of them
But you
African men,
see,
them up.
we just got to do our research, because look what Divine Feminine says, that the Bible has been written thousands of times by men, which it has been revised so many times. Of course, they will say our ancestors' ways were sinful. Sinful. A lot of things, what we call good, they call evil. What we call evil, it could be good. So we have taken a lot of their ways. So it's just like I said, we just have to do some researches, because if you look at it, the lawyers and the judges, uh they're not going to go out of business, because they're already
Right,
looking, that a marriage is not going to last no more than 2 years. And that's why they put in our mind, it's certain trigger words, because I say words are like spells. So if you keep sitting there saying cheating, 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 we going
right.
that he's cheating. But is it really cheating? Because if it's really cheating, and you sit there and say it's based off of biblical principles, then if you look in the Old Testament, most of them had multiple wives.
Mm. I'm like in a Miss Divine Femme.
Hmm.
So I mean, I'm intrigued. I really want to learn. Um, Divine Femme said Jesus' name, it wasn't even Jesus. It was
No,
Yahshua.
no, it wasn't
Yahshua.
Jesus. It it,
What
it
is that?
was it wasn't Jesus. Some say, Hebrews, they say Yahshua. It's so many different names, but also that's another story by itself, because in the beginning, when Moses had asked, and I really didn't want to get in all to this right here, but when Moses asked, what should I call the Most High God, he say, I am who I am. Also, you have to look at it, when the Europeans, they came in, they are the ones that drew maps and came up with names and claimed everything. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we
Right.
so lost, because we took on their names. We don't even know what name. You don't know what name we are, because we took
Oh
on
wow.
everything. They the one came and drew lines and maps and names and all this other stuff. So, like I said, it's a lot of stuff that we just got to research. That's why I said, sometimes you just got to just erase everything and just start,
Start over.
start over, and it's so hard to start over, but it's just that, we took a lot. So let's go ahead and listen to this right quick here.
Yes. Mm.
Oh, that going up in the church every Sunday. Oh, I love the Lord. No, you don't.
Uh oh.
You living with the Lord. You know him. You see him on the street. The black man is in the image of God. He might be the closest to God you ever get. So we need to look at him in that way sometime. And it's not devaluing us because we reproduce God. Try to find you a man who believes he is God. It's okay.
Mm.
Who don't want no woman? Who don't want no man, rather, who believe he God? I don't want no man who don't believe he God. No.
Mm.
Believe that. You in the image of God. They describe you. You've been lost to the knowledge of yourself by this wicked beast that's been over us. But you can still take on the right attitude. You can take on the right behavior that'll make us respect you again. But our respect for you cannot come from nothing that white people made up.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
I love hearing her voice. It remind me when I was a little girl when I would hear. Oh, I love me
So
some.
what do you think when she sat there and say the closer that you're going to get to God is a black man? So the closer that you're going to get to God is a black man. Why we emasculates him?
I don't unless he in unless he mistreat me. But I try to honor the black man. I do. But
Hmm.
sometimes some of them don't act worthy. Well,
Because they've
shoot.
been beat down. We all been beat down. That's why I said, we've been through a lot of stuff that we suffer because of a lot of mental issues, because that generation curse had, trickled down. So let's go ahead and read
Okay.
some more. You can go ahead and do the next chapter. Okay.
You want me to do the next chapter?
Yes,
All
yes.
right,
So
here I
go
go
ahead and
now.
start. Where did
I
I
got
say
it.
whose
We
idea?
on 150.
Yes, let me read this one right here, and you can start with if, okay?
Okay.
Whose idea was where it happened, how many times. So right there, the woman, she questioned, how did he do with the other woman? It happened, did he use protection? And she will compare dates to see if he had her on the same day or night he had her.
Mm-hmm.
Usually the man will give her a portion of the answer to the question. So you can go ahead and continue with that.
Thank you for the cash app.
Thank you
Oh
guys.
Lord, y'all making me don't make me get emotional. First, it started with my girl, Country Girl Queen. Baby, but let me read this, baby. If he tells her the whole truth, he knows that she possibly would never recover. She wants him to explain it in such a way that proves that he was seduced by this horrible other tramp of a woman, or that it only happened one time, or that she belongs to another man anyway, and it will never happen again. She wants to believe that the sexual encounter was brief, uninvolved, superficial, and consisted of only straight sex that was over in a few minutes. The intensity of her reaction is based on the magnitude of the value she places on sex. If she and her man are having extremely good sex, she quakes at the idea that he has done those same things to and with another woman. She is subject to wreck her entire world, no matter how long the relationship has existed, based on what her man does with his sex organ. A quagmire of examples of some of her reactions are as
Let's
follows.
stop right here. Let's stop right here. So right there, just because she went ahead and she found out that her man is cheating. Now she wants to sit there, she want to tear the entire house down. Just say right now that they had built, just like when it comes to Melody and Martell, that they had built, $1 million company, and
Hmm.
all of a sudden, she found out that, he cheated. So what she's going to do, she's going to tear it all down. And right there, somebody else going to go ahead and scoop it up, because now, she can't get out of her mind that this man, he cheated on her. So right there, that right there is a trick of the devil, because he knows, soon a minute, when you have accomplished so much, it got people right now, what they doing, they keeping their eyes on you, because they not looking at you, the story, the hell that you went through to get what you got. They only looking at your glory. So we all can relate to everything that, when it comes to this particular reality show. That's why most of us are trauma bonded, because we can relate to that. So what we do, we tear it down, not thinking that, it's not just about the marriage, me and my husband, is about our children as well, and leaving legacies for them. But what we done tore the whole house down. So let me go ahead and let Ashanti. I see Ashanti is in the house. Hey Ashanti, how are you doing?
Hi, Ashanti.
Ashanti, you there? I guess she's still trying to get a mic together, but just chime in
Okay.
anytime when you come in. So what your thoughts about it, Miss Behaven? How, you done accomplished so much, and now, her husband done went out there and had an affair, and she's ready to tear the entire house down.
I think it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. I'm I'm stuck on the part where you were reading about his sex organ, and with her trying to set stuff on fire. I know on national television she tried to make it seem like she never had an orgasm, and
Mm-hmm.
she and so forth. But baby, from the writing in this book and her reaction, yeah, baby, she didn't thought about how he put that thing down on that other woman. But
Mm-hmm.
baby, I tell you what, it's a shame that you would destroy everything that you've all created based on
You
another
welcome to come
woman.
back, Shantae. I guess she's getting her mic together, but you are welcome to
Yeah.
come back up. Go ahead, Miss Behaven.
Yeah, I said it was a shame to destroy everything that they created. I mean, why even come back together for the show if we are to believe what the stories are out there, that they were separated apart, but they only came back together to be on the show. So if the show is what brought them back together and they were going to try to give their marriage a second chance, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you should have just made it work to the best of your ability, because you already knew that he had another woman that he was dealing with. And one of the possibilities of having another woman, especially if she's younger and still of childbearing age, uh, is the possibility of another child coming into the world. And he has
Mm-hmm.
always said that he loves kids. He's a good father to his kids. She has even said on the show, they've shown where he would cook and, be the more dominant parent. I mean, children need a male figure in their life, they need both parents. I wouldn't have allowed that to destroy everything, especially if I didn't know about the other woman. Nothing was missing in my home.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have. I would not have left my husband. Not at
Mm-hmm.
all. We'd have to get an understanding, baby. We're gonna have to get an
Mm-hmm.
understanding, and we're gonna have that other woman respect my position and know that
Absolutely.
I am the main woman, the wife. So she will not be calling to disrespect me. So that's all I gotta say. I'm a
I
muted for a
what
second.
I think is that it would be, kind of hard for us to go back, because we have adapted, to this culture right here. We had adapted. So I think that it will be, you have to, I'm not saying being born in this, but you have to agree to this, because nowhere in the world that you can, take your vows, and then all of a sudden, he decided that he wants more than one wife. Now, before they took that vows, I think that he should have came and made it plain, and had the woman to decide if she wanted more than one wife into their marriage. What you think about that, misbehaving? She
I'm
muted.
here. No, I'm here. I'm multitasking. You know I'm a real mother, Lady D. So when
Mm-hmm.
that boy called, I'm trying to mute it. That's what I say. He should have communicated that in the beginning. But has he always known that he wanted more than one woman? Or is
Mm-hmm.
that something he discovered after the fact that
So
he
that's where the
wanted?
problem, because he should have just, before he said I do, right?
Yeah, before he said I do. He should have said that. And even if let's pretend like he didn't know at the time he said I do that he wanted more than one woman. Once he became interested in that other woman and he realized this was something that's not just a one night stand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a man that's into relationship. He should have came to her then and talked to her. He should have established some. There should have been clear communication, and he should have let Ariane know what her place was. You cannot be calling my wife disrespecting her.
Mm-hmm.
See,
So
because go
you're
ahead.
right. Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Yeah, you cannot call my wife and disrespect her. You are coming after the fact. You know about my wife. Ariana may not have known about Melody at the time they met at the
Mm-hmm.
party, but once she became aware, Martell has the responsibility as the man. If you were trying to entertain two women, you were the one that was married. So
Mm-hmm.
he should have established the rules of engagement and what was the expectation. That's what he
Mm-hmm.
should have done. Ariana should have never had that ability to be comfortable enough to call Melody and disrespect her and curse her out. Why
Mm-hmm.
lie? Lie just causes so much confusion. Martell it is the problem for this conflict in his relationship, but he doesn't have to deal with it anymore. They are now divorced. So my thing is this: who is going to be the second wife with Ariana?
Mm-hmm.
Because Martell has clearly shown he cannot be with one woman. He wants to have a family. He wants that home environment where he's in the lives of his children. But one woman is not enough for him. So
Mm-hmm.
is Ariana or whatever woman he's involved in, is she understanding what the
Mm-hmm.
expectations are and willing to accept another woman in the relationship? Because if not, it's going to be the same problem all over again.
This what Divine Feminine says. I really don't think that Martell wanted multiple women. I think that Martell and Mel were a bad fit, which you do get unequal yoke people. Also, I don't know if Divine is a female or male, but say I guess a female. He has a fragile ego and need a submissive woman who borderline worship him, and he can't have that with Mel. So right there, saying that she does not think that Martell had wanted a multiple women. It's just that he wanted a woman that is more submissive, and I guess that's what he see in Ariane. Also, she said Mel was the brain behind their operation and lost some measure of respect for Martell. She couldn't be the woman he needed, and vice versa. They both need deep therapy and healing. What I think when it comes to Melody and Martell, I think that, they were good business person, but, sexual, you know, which they already done put their business out, that they wasn't good sexual in the bed. So, but they were good when it came to business, because Melody already said, just like you just said earlier, that she came out and said he never gave her the big O. And we already know that Martell said that, he wanted to do right. He even went to church, but he all the time had that craving, so that's what brought
Hmm.
him back. So I don't know.
Hmm. I'll tell
Hmm.
you. Well, I tell you what, but this is my thing. So they're not equally yoked, and Martell didn't want to have another woman, but him and Melody just weren't a fit any longer. Why
Hmm.
was he? Why wouldn't he just allow her to go then?
Well, we don't know. We don't know the whole story, because every time when he always tell his story, then she always over talking. But I remember when they was in a bedroom together, where Martell said that I've been begging you, and I got that clip somewhere. I've been begging for a whole year, which no man shouldn't beg a woman for a whole year. And I forgot what scripture that's in the New Testament, where you don't withhold from a man no longer than 2 weeks, and that's during the woman's cycle. And after 2 weeks, if you keep holding up, then the devil is going to creep in. And that scripture, since people, they like to base a lot of stuff, when it comes to the Bible. So if a man is constantly sitting there begging his wife what his needs is, but yet she refuses to fulfill it, but rather go out there and do somebody else what he's been asking for, then what do you expect? What I think that they should have done, I think that they should have went ahead and they should have went to counselor. And if they felt that that was not work, and they should have just went ahead and got a divorce. But I think that they had accomplished so much, they didn't want to go ahead and just, lose it all. They probably sat there and said, well, I'm gonna just stay in the house and just stay miserable.
Well, we see how that turned out.
Hmm.
And the only people it's gonna hurt is the children.
Absolutely. At the end of the day, that's the only ones that's going to hurt. Divine Feminine says Melody won't find the kind of man she desires through until she does some deep spiritual work and healing. I said that yesterday. I said the same thing because what's your thought about it? I think that Melody and Martell been married almost like 14 years, right? They keep changing. Some say 14, then they sit there and say this. But half of
Right.
that marriage, Ariane was in that marriage. Um, do you think that Melody would have stayed in that relationship if she wouldn't have never, if they wouldn't have never pitched that show on TV, that reality show? Do you think that she would have stayed in that marriage and just come in and out and they just continue doing what they're doing?
I don't think so.
You
It
think it
because
would have been
you,
over with?
yeah, because when the show started, I was one of those delusioned fans. I was sold an illusion.
Hmm.
I really believed that they were together, and I thought that this relationship was happening in real time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but they said they wasn't together.
Yeah, but we found out later that wasn't true, that they only came back together allegedly because of the show. So if it
Absolutely.
wasn't for this show, they wouldn't be together.
But
They
the thing
they
about it, if it wasn't for the show, and Ariane say they was faking, but then a child came, and that's the part we'll stick a pin in that right there. But that's the part I don't understand. Did you just did it because you know that that was the only way that you can get that man back? I don't know. It's just so much, and we all can take a piece out of all this right here.
But
I don't
see,
know.
Ariane had her baby first, so Ariane got pregnant first. Ariane baby came before Melody's baby.
No,
This is
no, I
not
no, I think the little the one that she got right now, I
who
think
little sugar mama.
yeah, I think she's older than Ariane's baby.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's a couple of months.
Yes, yes. R&B
God darn
says
it.
yes, R&B said
Yep.
and this when you deprive your husband, we just talked about. I think that scripture is in Corinthians. I might be mistaken where it says you don't deprive your husband. If you don't deprive your husband, then the devil is going to go ahead and creep in. So that's what I think had happened, because I truly believe that Martell is a good man because you can tell a good man how they treat their mom. You see? So right there it says, understand this: when you deprive your husband sex for that entire year, what do you expect? What happened? Well, I totally agree that I totally agree because he's a family man and they have 4 kids. So I guess they felt that it was best for them to just stay in because they had accomplished so much. Dark and Lovely say, right? I remember him having that conversation with Melody, unapologetic, real talk. Um, Also, hey, daughter of the Most High. Yes, I like that. R&B group connection. What did he do for her to deprive him from sex? What did he do for her to deprive him from sex? She held out, right? Dark, misbehaving. She held out. He was begging, right?
Yeah, he was begging, but I'm with her. Martell did something for her to withhold sex for a year.
Mm-hmm.
That it be I'm and then I'm gonna speak from experience. If I'm unhappy, if I'm catering to you and I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and I'm spoiling you and making you feel special, and you can't return that favor, I'm gonna shut down and hold my loving from you. Don't expect me to do what I was doing before. Men
Mm-hmm.
only notice, I know speaking from my experience, he only noticed when I stopped doing for him. Now it's a problem. What's going on? You ain't doing this. Well, you ain't did what you were supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened? That's the question. She may have been wrong and may have withheld uh sus- uh, satisfying him sexually for a year. What did Martell do or say which caused her to shut down, to not want to freely give herself to her husband? Because
Mm-hmm.
something had to have happened. A woman is not just going to shut down and cut you off for no reason.
Well, she did say he never pleased her, so it's just like laying down with a dead log. Okay, if she say he never, I would say, she'll say, before I found out he was cheating, then I stopped, having an orgasm. But she sat there and say he never. If she would have said, in the beginning I used to until, but she said she never. That mean never, never, ever.
I know, but I believe she said that out of spite to hurt him. She knows Martell is the type of man, he cares about his appearance and what others think about him, especially other men. Men can be hard on each other. They can chide each other. Ah, man, that woman got you pee whipped. Or, ah, you rushing home. You ain't a real man because this. They do that. So I believe that she said that to embarrass him on
Mm-hmm.
national TV. It was something else that the fellas can, talk to him, tease him about, and him feel embarrassed.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he did satisfy her in the beginning, because ain't nowhere in the world you gonna lay down there and continue to have baby after baby with this man if
Mm-hmm.
you were not satisfied.
Absolutely,
That
and you're a
man was
nurse.
yeah, that man was a provider, honey. If the danky link ain't hitting, he ain't. Let me stop, Lady D. It's Sunday. You don't want me to get raunchy, but let me tell you
Be
something.
yourself, baby. Be yourself.
But Lady D, something happened to make her not want to be with him for a year. They both had choices. They
Mm-hmm.
both wanted to stick it out for the kids. They both grew up in single parent homes. They wanted different for their children. They both started off as teachers. Martell was the one that encouraged her to come on and be an entrepreneur, and they were successful, a beautiful, successful young black couple there in Huntsville, Alabama. Something
Mm-hmm.
happened. What happened, Melody? I wish she would say it. I know she's not under a gag order. What was it that Martell said or did that
Mm-hmm.
caused you not to want to have sex with him? And I don't know of any man in America, and those are the only men I know. I don't know of any man that's willing to withhold or go without his wife giving him sex for
Mm-hmm.
one whole year,
Mm-hmm.
even
But
if it's a month.
do you think that if you withholding sex 1 whole year, do you think that that marriage is going to last? No, and they are young people. That marriage is not going to last. So Angela said, "I'm not making love, and if I'm angry with my man, but you cannot hold out either, because if you hold out for more than 2 weeks, and that's during that woman's cycle, then something behind the corner is going to come and scoop it up. You see, so what I think, like I said, when it came to Melody and Martell, and like I said, I've been through this. I've been through on both sides. So who can tell it better than the ones that's been through it? What I think is that they grew out of love. They were young, they started too early, and they grew out of love, but they accomplished so much and they didn't know how to let it go, because if you done accomplished so much and you got everything, and both ties up together, and you try to ride it out, but knowing that they couldn't ride it out. So that's where, the devil came in and creeped in. So let's go ahead and continue reading just a little few more. I think you on one of the notes, the keynotes.
Okay, let me close this door. Okay, she will withhold the peace. This means she may catch an attitude and stop talking to him,
That's what
or
Angela said. Mm-hmm.
and that's something I've been guilty of doing. Or
Mm-hmm.
she may just be evil and glare. She may walk in a hostile gait and be extra fussy and complain about everything. Nag, nag, nag. Number two, she may cry and seek sympathy. During this period, the black woman will remind the black man of everything she has ever done for him. She will try to make him feel guilty and ashamed of his decidedly outrageous behavior. She will tell her friends the whole horrid story, and they will express their sympathy about her unfortunate misfortune and agree that her man is wrong, a low-life dog, and she should leave him.
And that, like I said, nothing is new in the sun. And that's the biggest problem. The biggest problem when it came to Melody and Martell was, they pitched this reality show, which,
Mhm.
they were already said that they was not together. But when you pitch this reality show and you getting people, that you don't even know, strangers, they're not going to sit there, and make it better. If anything, they're gonna make it worse. So I think that Martell should have been a man like he said he was, and when his mind said not to get his family on this reality show, he should have stood his ground. And by he sitting there catering into Melody to go ahead and pitch this show, now that's why, people all in their business, because now you done put it out on display for the entire world to pick it out. And when you going and you telling your friends, oh my God, and especially single women that cannot relate to you, oh, they're going to sit there and say, yeah, do this, do that, instead of saying, look, okay, you guys have accomplished so much. Don't make no sense for you sitting there throwing it out, because somebody else going to, what you think is trash now, they're going to look at it as treasure. Let's go ahead and let's go and let's get counseling. So I think that's what they should have done. And if the counseling wouldn't have never worked, then go ahead and get a divorce before you step into another relationship, because what you're doing is you have not really sat there and settled out, and got things together before you jumping into another relationship, and you end up hurting the next person. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, I agree with you. He should have followed his mind, never got back on there. But I think Melody has achieved all that she can at the moment. I think there's no need to continue fighting.
Mm-hmm.
She got her entryway into entertainment because
Mm-hmm.
entertainment was not something Martell wanted to do, as he professed. Melody has gotten on this show. She has been afforded the opportunity to model, create her own network, um, has her perfume, and I think that should be enough for her for them to go their separate ways, because at least she's able to provide for her children. It's an avenue for
Mm-hmm.
her to be able to support her kids. But I would just walk away from the show. Martell, I know he regrets going on the show. Um, I don't know if maybe when they got back on the show, everybody was talking in their ear, trying to put them together to be this perfect couple, when Martell knew in the back of his mind that his heart belonged to Ariane. He wanted to
Mm-hmm.
be with Ariane. So you can't let people talk you into doing anything, whether it be for money, fame, or whatever. And look at where they're at now. It's
Mm-hmm.
just chaos all around. And the
Yes.
kids,
You
go
absolutely. I would love a man perspective. If a man wants to come up, go ahead and hit the link. I would love to
ahead.
hear from a man perspective. When it comes to this topic right there, because you know, like I said, when it comes to women, we'll ride it out until the wheels fall off. But a man is not going to do it. When a man feel like it's something liking, they just going to go ahead and find the snake's skirt that's passing by them. They don't, and
Mhm.
just throw it all in. So I would love to hear a man perspective when it comes to this right here. But Angela, she said there and say, look, she just gonna hold out. She look, he said there, this is what Angela said. Angela said she gonna hold out. If he out there and he cheated on her and he make her mad, she gonna hold out. You see what I'm saying? But
That, Angela, I hear you, sister. I'm the same
Angela
way
said
because I,
she just done. She just
Lady
done.
D, I'm at an age now that I tell the folks that I haven't meet. I had told you, so many women said, "Put myself out there, go ahead," but I let them know what these are my expectations. What are yours? I don't want to fuss and fight. I just want to love and build. That's all I
Hmm.
want to do is love
Hmm.
and build. But I tell you what, it's a shame. It's a shame. It's a shame. And I know that there are good black men out there.
Hmm.
All black men are not bad. And we have been brainwashed as a community of what we are to expect, what a relationship looks like, what a
Hmm.
committed relationship look like, one man, one woman. Now I didn't fail for the okie doke, and that's all I know is one man and one woman. But I tell you what, honey, if it's a good black man out there that can pay all these bills and make sure I'm happy, I'll let you have another woman
Absolutely. Look, let's go ahead and read 3 and 4, and we gonna see if we can. Let's go ahead and read 3 and 4.
and see if we can get a man to join the link.
Yeah,
We need
and if
some testosterone up
yes,
here.
if
Don't be
we can get a
scared,
man,
fellas.
yes, I would love to have a man perspective when it comes to this right here. So if you're a man, go ahead and click that link. Go ahead, Misbehavior.
Hold on just a second. All right, number three, let the house go to hell. She may stop cleaning, ironing, washing, and cooking. She may neglect the linen, his clothes, the dishes, or do anything else that resembles a work stoppage. She goes on strike. Now, I ain't finna be up in no nasty house. I'm sorry.
I think Martell sat there and said Melody did. He was coming home, after tearing down buildings and building it back up.
Uh-huh.
He had to come and clean, cook, help the kids with their schoolwork. So pretty much she already had checked out. So it
Mm-hmm.
really was nothing that, he was able to please her because she was already gone. She was far gone. Now, was she gone because, she felt that, she was so young and the grass was green on the other side, which I can relate to that because, like I said, I was very, very, very young when I got married, where my mom had to sign for me. You see what I'm saying?
Dad, you were
Yes,
that
I was
young?
that young.
Ooh.
Yes, yes, yes.
God. Oh.
But and that's why I say what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a membership only because it got a lot of hurting women, women that I think that you and I should do a membership only. I'm gonna call you and we're gonna talk about it, where I believe that, that's going to be a safe haven place where we can talk, and not just on, right here, just
Right.
you understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna call
Uh-huh.
and we're going to talk about it, but yeah,
Mm,
we
mm,
when
mm.
when a woman is not happy, she's checked out. She checked out. Her body is there, but her mind is somewhere else. And especially when you're so
Mhm.
young. And if I'm not mistaken, Melody and Martell, they had married, right after they had graduated out of college, you see. And
Right.
she felt like most of her life, she really didn't go out there and hung with her friends or, did the things that she wanted. She felt that her dreams is just was dying out. And most likely that's why Martell, he tried so much many ways to try to please her. You remember when he said she wanted to sing, he drove her to Star Search and drew,
Right.
gave her everything that she wanted, but she was physically, not physically, spiritually checked out. That's what I think. And I guess he probably felt that, oh, let me do the last step, bring her mom in, because he also brought her mom in as well. You remember?
I heard y'all talking about it that Miss Van
Hmm.
was moved in and he coming in having to cook for the kids.
And that wasn't a
I,
help either to have another woman in the house.
and I'm wondering if this because she was so young, she could have been going through postpartum depression, never had a chance to
Hmm.
heal.
Of
So
course,
I don't know.
absolutely.
I'm
Yeah.
just speculating. So I don't even
Yes.
know.
So go ahead and get to which one you at now? 4?
Yeah, we're at number 4. Stop taking care of herself.
No,
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
I ain't. That's a depression right there.
Yes, this means she may stop combing her hair, eating, dressing, bathing, or just let her entire body droop in a daily and nightly depression. She may rush to the doctor claiming to be worried about having a venereal disease and warn him that he might have AIDS. Mm.
Hmm. So what's she doing in her mind? Because she, like she said, look, that what you call that? That belongs to me. That hook and that curve belongs to me. You see what I'm saying? Now you out there,
Right.
you sharing it with somebody else. So, she just can't phantom, that he went and he gave it to somebody else.
Lady D, drop that link again. Come on, humble lion, cause you got some good advice that you putting out there in the chat, sir. Come on, humble lion. Let us hear a
Um,
male perspective. Hit the link, lady. They put that down there. It's a man somewhere.
I'm out to right now. Don't you know I threw a
Okay.
brand new mic? Not mic. My mic. My mic. I can't even pronounce it now. My mouse. I threw a brand new mouse in the garbage can.
Wasn't paying attention,
Wasn't
distracted.
just had ordered it off of Amazon. Come on, we need this male perspective. So I went ahead and dropped the
Anybody.
link. Yeah, I need a male perspective.
And you know it's some hanging in the cloud. We ain't gonna bite your brothers. We ain't
Yes.
gonna beat you up. Come on. We
Hmm.
trying to we trying to heal a male perspective. Come on. I know it's some
Hmm.
women gonna say pick me, she's baby. Yeah, pick me, baby. Pick me.
Yes. So while he's waiting, go ahead to
Yeah.
5. Let me go ahead
All
and read
right.
that one. Or you want to go ahead? Go ahead and read it. You're doing
You
good.
can't.
Uh,
Okay.
t-
Go ahead, Lady D. Go.
well, I go ahead and tell his family, friends, or his boss. So she gonna tell everybody. So I guess
Ooh.
she gonna tell everybody. She gonna stand on top of the mountain. Look, this man is a cheater. She called all of his relatives and friends to complain to them about this awful thing that he has done to her and what a dirty whoremonger he is. She will bellyache. She will bellyache to all his kinfolks, telling the kinfolks, pleading to get this on her side and intervene on her behalf. She will remind them of what a good woman she has been to him. She will cut off all affection. Sexual relationships are out. She cringed inside at the thought of him even touching her. She vows never to let him touch her again. She cannot even think of going to bed with him again because she think of going to bed with him again because he has a visual picture of him and the other woman. So she got a visual picture. She could,
Mm,
while he's on top of her, look, like I
mm,
say, ain't nothing new in the sun. This is true,
mm,
absolutely true. And she uses her imagination to conjure up the worst scenario possible. Her worst fear are picturized in tech color, reeling in her head. The silent treatment of play crazy. So she playing crazy. She really was whipped. You see what I'm saying?
That's
If
what
you
I'm
got
saying. That's some good that's a good dang right. But baby, I ain't never ran across nothing like that. Woo!
this was
That's
hypnotized right
certified.
here. Oh my God, this was some good one right here. This was a hook and a curve. Okay, my God. Okay, because she's strung out. Look, she can't even picture you. You on top of me, and all I could do is just think about you
Ooh.
with Becky. Okay, and then on
Ooh.
top of
Shit, don't let it be a Becky. She finna burn down the
she
house.
gonna burn down the house. And that was what we read that one in too, right? When she don't tear the
Oh,
whole house going to hell, okay?
oh,
And if I'm not
Jesus.
mistaken, Dark and Lovely, she quoted the scripture in Proverbs when an angry woman, when you make a woman angry, it's best for that man to live on top of a rooftop. You see what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have
Yeah.
hell in that house. You're gonna catch hell.
Oh, hell.
Yes. So right here it says the silent treatment of play crazy. This means she may just stop talking together. If she is really desperate, she will develop some kind of fatal illness or lose control of her limbs and refuse to walk or stand. Oh my God. Now
I'm,
that's bad right there.
I'm,
Where
I'm
she feeling
sorry.
like she got some kind of illness now. Where she paralyzed. She
I'm sorry
paralyzed.
for laughing. I'm sorry for laughing. When I read it in. I said, Lord.
And I promise you, I've been had this book, but I didn't read this. I say, because I like to read it with you guys because it make it more
Oh,
fun.
Jesus.
But I promise you, I never even
Oh,
read this right here. Because see, Mean Logical was supposed to go ahead and get through this right here. But right here, she was hypnotized while
oh,
her
Lord.
doctor. So now she got some mental issues, because she was demonetized. You heard me? While
Uh,
her doctor may not be able to find anything physically wrong with her, she maintained no matter how ridiculous she appear, that something dreadful is indeed wrong with her, and she is near death. She's near death. She's about to die. You heard me? Her
right.
now you see why Melody went ahead and built up this trauma bond cult, and they all couldn't relate to her. And we wonder why these people is stalking and stalking and doxing and harassment, because these
Oh,
people,
Lord.
they were stigmatized. You see what I'm saying? Her final pitch is to play absolutely overcome and have the proverbial human fragility of a nervous breakdown. This is her impression of pain so profound that it's simply exhausting her brain. She become incapable of handling her rage and disappointment. She may scream, cry hysterically, break dishes. You remember Melody they say Melody was throwing some knives. She was having light of torch and
Mm-hmm.
light of fuel, throwing glasses. She may
Mm-hmm.
scream. She gave it to the ultimate. What is that? What is that one right here? And anger dice,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was laughing.
right?
Aggrandizement. That's a
Whatever.
word I never heard.
And become burned
Aggrandizement.
out. Become burned out. This is and collapse during the worst crisis of her life. My God.
Oh,
Oh my
baby.
God.
Baby, this
My
need. I don't know why they didn't make this into a movie or a play.
because they
That part
couldn't
right
take
there.
it. They don't want to wake us up because like I said, we all can
Mm,
relate to this and we all been through
mm.
some stuff like this. But
Oh,
see, they
did
don't
they?
want to and that's like with Hebrews to Negroes. They don't want to make relate to put it in a movie because they don't want to wake us up. We've been through all this right here. Why you think they don't put our history books in schools, and
Mm,
talk about stuff like this? We deserve our reparation. We've been through hell, man.
yeah.
And the black man already said they went through something and we going through something. And on top of all this is a lot.
Mm,
My
mm, mm.
God.
I mean, it's 14 steps that a woman may go through. Baby, I ain't been through all these steps. I mean, the stuff was good, but it must not have been that good. Cause I mean, I withheld the peace and wasn't
But see,
talking. But mm.
how old were you when you got married?
Oh, I was in my early 20s,
Oh, I'm surprised you
and
didn't go crazy.
married.
I'm surprised you didn't go crazy as well, girl.
I think probably because I was grieving the loss of my mother. My mother had met him and liked him. I was one of those females. I said I would never. I didn't want to get married or whatever, but my mother always wanted a son, and she had met him, and she liked him a lot. And then my mother died unexpectedly. So I don't know. I mean, he asked, and I went ahead and then had a baby, and there it is. Whoop, there it is.
Boy, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah,
That was a lot.
yeah,
Let's talk. Let's watch
yeah.
this over here about identity crisis. And
Black woman would like to be a clone of the white woman.
Many of us, yes. That's unfortunate.
How do you see that?
Well, that's something that was almost accidental, I'd have to say. See, the white woman has been the only mentor that we have had of a female. We've seen her every day of our life on television, every magazine, every newspaper, every commercial. It's just been her face, her body, her image, whatever it has been in front of us. And so today we have the results of that. We have black women who are trying to dye their hair blonde, who are wearing blue and green contacts in their eyes, who wear tons and tons of layers of makeup, who have changed their voice, who have hair weaves so they can have flowing long hair blowing in the wind. And so that's been an accident. And as a result of us doing that, we have also adopted the women's liberation movement goals of wanting to be liberated from the man and have some kind of pseudo equality. When while that may be true of the white woman and her plight with the white man, that's not really the black woman's business, because we haven't been under the control of the black man for over 500 years. So what do we have to be liberated from him from?
But is there something wrong with trying to make yourself look better or more
Well,
appealing?
it depends on what standard you're using as being the goal of looking better. Now, if we think to look better is to put on a ton of makeup and have blue eyes, then there's something wrong with that, you know. But if we think that to look better is to certainly get a better spirit in our heart and to work every day to become a better wife, a better mother, better friend, better sister, then those values and attributes alone will make us more beautiful than we are now. Right? We have adopted some wrong standards. We are judging our men many times by the wrong value system. We are using his children sometimes against him. We have been told that the only benefit that a black man provides in a home is money, and if he does not give us money to take care of those kinds of financial provisions, that he has no value. And what my research has proven to me is that a black man, any man in any home, provides much more than financial support. The man provides guidance, instruction, discipline for the children, which we sorely need in our black homes. He provides gratification, fulfillment, protection. I mean, there are so many other values, and these values are the ones that are missing in our children today. So I maintain that a return to traditional family values, certain clearly defined gender responsibilities for black men and black women in running a home and a relationship will help us to produce a better child. And if we produce a better child, certainly we'll have a better future and a better nation.
Say that the black woman would like to be a clone of the white woman.
So what's your thoughts about all this right here? No way you think that we could ever get back to those type of traditions? Misbehaving, are you there? She probably be taking care of her baby. And
I'm here. I'm here. I had you on mute so you couldn't hear the background noise.
mhm. So do you
Yeah,
think that
we.
we can
Yes,
return back to those traditions? It wouldn't work,
yes,
what you think?
we can
In
return
order to
back
get
to
the
it.
man back into the household.
We can. It ain't gonna happen overnight, but we can make a concerted effort to do that. I know that's
Mhm.
what I'm doing. I ain't looking yet. I'm weeding them out because everybody come with their best representative when they're trying to court you.
Well, I
But I've
talk about
already.
like that all the time. A good broom always sweep well until it get old. It's gonna be thrown in the closet with the rest of the old brooms and the mops.
Yeah.
Guys, I dropped the link. If anyone want to come on, Angela, Tina, anybody wants to come on, you guys are welcome to come in to give your perspective,
Yes.
because we thought we was gonna get a male in, but I guess you probably say, shoot, I ain't dealing with these women.
Uh-huh.
But we
They
won't
think
bite.
we're
We
trying to
won't
set
bite.
them up.
I'm not angry. I've been through all this, but I'm not angry. I was angry before, but like I said, we live and we learn. But we're gonna talk about
Hmm.
that. Me and you gonna get our membership. We're gonna talk about that on the phone, how we gonna go ahead and get this together. You see what I'm saying?
And I'm gonna
But
buy that book too. I'm gonna buy
huh?
that Hebrew. I'm gonna
Yeah,
order
yes,
that
yes,
Hebrew the Negroes.
yes.
Yeah,
And we
come
could
on
talk
up,
about,
ladies.
come on, ladies, come up. But
I
I what your thoughts about this? You think that, no way in the world that we could get it back together, to in order
I
to get
think
the
we can.
man into the house?
We can get it back together, but the man need to do right as well. But we can. We need to quit following uh what the others are doing and focus on what we need to be doing. Because as long as black men and black women continue to fight one another and be divided, there's no hope for the black community.
Mhm.
So we need to focus on us. But baby, I'm glad she said it, because you see these black women still wearing these blonde weaves, wigs, contacts, bleaching their skin, no sense of self. They need to come out of these costumes looking like a fool. But a woman is willing to bend and give for a man, but he has to be willing to do it in return.
Mhm.
Because too often women will give their all. They will forgive a man time after time for his indiscretion, for that man to continue to do it and don't make no changes.
Mhm.
So sometimes it becomes disappointing after you've given him multiple opportunities for years. Go ahead, I'm coming.
Mhm.
So I think we can
Yes.
get back to it.
Yeah, we probably couldn't. And I hear your baby ready for you. You see what I'm saying? I know you done did a show already, so I don't want to keep holding you up. You see, but we done did an hour and 30 minutes. So
Yeah. Well, thank you. Let me drop on down. Thank
all
you for
right,
having me up, and thank
always,
you for coming
always.
over to
Uh,
support.
you gonna be home? You gonna be home all night?
Yeah, I'm home all
Okay,
night. I
okay.
got, yeah.
All right then.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay, guys. Like I said, I wanted to see if I can go through this chapter right here, chapter 16, with you guys. This was my first time reading it. I found it, very interesting. Will it work for this day of time? I don't know. I don't know. Especially when it comes to getting a family back intact, because now our kids, even us, we've been exposed to so much stuff. Like I said, I want to go ahead and read more books because when it comes to our children. We have both parents, working, and the kids, being raised by themselves. The computers are raising the kids, or somebody outside, peer pressure. It's just a lot, but I found it very interesting. But I'm gonna go ahead and read some more. I'm gonna read it. I want to go through the book, and it's very, very interesting. So, guys, if you want to go ahead and check out the book, this is by Shahraz Ali. Let me see if I can go ahead and carry him up. Well, I'm not gonna carry him up because I don't. Well, it's the Black Man Guide to Understanding the Black Woman. So, that's my thoughts about it. Angela, you made some good points. I didn't read all your comments because, you know, um but let me know what your thoughts about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. You know, we all can take a piece of it. We all been through it, and I think that's the reason why, when it comes to this particular show, Love and Marriage in Huntsville, it triggers us because we all can relate. And like I said, I said there, I'll be a hypocrite if I tell I cannot relate to what Melody went through, because I've been through what Melody went through, or even when it came to Ariane, even though I've been married, like all my life, but also, I can relate to her, I can relate to Tisha, every last one of them. I could take a piece out of it. But the thing about it, is that the difference between Melody and the ones that on this reality show, their life is out there in the open for the entire world to pick it apart. So you got millions of people, saying so many different things. And that's why I say, when you going through a toxic relationship and you have children, being on a reality show should be the last place, especially, people, they're gonna be all in your business. And before you know it, you're gonna be worse off, than you started. So sometimes, all money is not good money. And like I said, much is given, much is required. So, guys, on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. Thank you, country girl. She says, another great live, Lady D. Everyone enjoy the rest of your evening. Guys, stay safe, and God bless you all. And thank you, each and every one. Thank you for being a part of my life. And that's unapologetic real talk.